Welcome back to Arise Exchange. Imagine having to go to the library to look things up. Go through the card catalog. Remember that? Well, the internet today turns 25. It was back on March 12th of 1989 that the British computer scientist Sir Tim Berners-Lee announced his proposal to make information sharing possible over computers. Now, 25 years to the day, the inventor of the World Wide Web is calling for a digital bill of rights that would keep the internet free and open. To talk more about that and the impact of this medium on our lives is Ari Zoldan. He is CEO of Quantum Networks, and he is back here on Arise Exchange. 25 years for the web. The internet had been around in a different form before, correct? Defense computers have been connected for a long time.
Correct. It's been around for the 60s, but nobody had access to it until the late 90s. And obviously what's happening right now is just we're seeing a complete explosion. The most amazing thing is that we haven't even scratched the surface. This is just the beginning.
Yeah, it's a tremendous story. So when it first started, what was the ramp up like of getting people online? I mean, I remember, you know, they dialed up and went shh.
Right. It sounded like there was a fax crackle, and then, you know, maybe you got a website, maybe you got it, and then 30 seconds later you got knocked off.
That's right.
You know, where we are today, we're completely immersed. It's on our mobile, our tablet. It's getting on connected devices now and machine to machine. We're completely immersed in it. And again, we haven't even scratched the surface, which is amazing.
And I think we have a graphic, if I'm right, of some of the sort of milestones of the internet. There is billions of websites now. Is that correct?
Yeah, and they're just growing every single day.
And so where do you think the internet now has to go to the next step? Because this has exploded so quickly. 25 years is really virtually no time in history. Is this a platform that now needs to change to survive?
I don't think it's ever going to change. I think it's going to evolve, and it's going to evolve very, very quickly. I think we're now going to move into a medium where we're dealing with technologies like machine to machine. So we're going to have our television communicating with our refrigerator that's going to communicate with Amazon. We're going to see sensors on our bodies. We're going to see health technology
that is the next step probably, right? Some wearable technology that is going to interconnect with the internet. So now in all of this, privacy has the death of privacy they talk about. There was a good 60 Minutes story this weekend, I don't know if you saw it, about how everything we do online on our mobile phones is tracked and assigned to us personally in some cases. So as is typical of technology, laws take time to catch up to it. What do you think needs to be done there?
Right. I think there needs to be a standard, and I think that's what Sir Tim Louis is looking to do right now, is to create some sort of digital standard, some Magna Carta that actually enables some sort of security and some standard and some protection for the citizens that want to be able to move around and mobilize on the web without having to give up their personal freedom.
How is that going to get deployed? Do you think it's going to be driven by the government, or do you think companies are going to start getting some pushback to do better?
Nobody really knows. Obviously, we're going to have, you know, the government wants to be more involved. The private sector wants, you know, nothing to do, you know, wants the government to push back even further. There's probably going to be some sort of compromise somewhere in the middle.
Do you think we want privacy? I mean, we all say we want privacy, and then we go online and we give out all of our information all day.
I think a lot of us like to talk about it, and I think some of us are a little bit concerned. But you're right. I mean, people post on Instagram that, you know, where they are, when they were there, and why they were there 24/7. So, you know, it's a good question, Andrew. Are we really concerned about our privacy?
What about the gatekeepers to the internet, which are private companies? They're broadband providers. You know, how are they going to be regulated going forward? Because there's always this issue called net neutrality, which allows equal access and speeds to everywhere on the web.
I think there's going to be a lot of scrutiny there because that's where the pipe is, and I think that's where you said they're the gatekeepers. They have the filters right on the front line. So I think we're going to be seeing a lot of attention, a lot of focus on those guys.
Where will we be in another 25 years with the internet?
I don't think anybody knows, but I would say we are going to be completely immersed in technology. That we're not going to be going online. We're always going to be online.
Maybe implanted in our brains.
There's no question.
That show out there, intelligence, right?
Exactly.
That could be happening. It's the communications revolution, maybe one of the fastest in history.
Extraordinary.
A lot faster than the Industrial Revolution. Ari Zoldan, thank you so much.
Thank you, Andrew.
Taking a look